Greetings, I'm Ray Carnicelli from lax904.com and welcome to this edition of Faces of Lacrosse in North Florida, brought to you by North Florida Oral and Facial Surgery. I'm joined today by the head coach of Creekside Lacrosse, Jason Alford. Jason, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much. Great to see you.
Well, you know, last year being a new head coach at Creekside High School had to be a learning experience. From the time that you were named head coach until the time the season kicked off, it was a pretty small window, wasn't it?
It was an extremely small window, especially moving down from Maryland, coming down at the end of September and then trying to get to know all my players and the landscape and, just moving to Jacksonville. It was an extremely small window between the time I moved down here and the start of the season.
Well, I want to talk to you a little bit about last season at Creekside, what you've been up to this summer with LB3 Lacrosse, and a look forward to the fall and into the spring at Creekside High School. So starting off this summer with LB3 Lacrosse, busy summer?
Oh, extremely busy summer. I mean, it was busy, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun this summer.
Yeah, so you were a program director?
Club manager for the LB3 lacrosse team, or lacrosse club program.
So as far as LB3, they had a lot of activities for kids of all ages, some tournaments, and capped off last weekend in Atlanta. You got to go up there to a beautiful venue and see some MLL action as well.
Yeah, this past weekend we had a LB3 7v7 tournament up at the new Lake Point Sports facility, lakepointsports.com. It's a brand new facility that LB3 is going to be doing all their training and everything in Atlanta. Just a tremendous facility. We got to go and see the MLL championship game Saturday night, which was just one of the best games I've ever been to. Actually, the first MLL game I've been to. But the summer was busy. We had several club teams all the way. We had some U9 players all the way from U11 all the way up through high school, and several different skill sets from all the different players, and just a tremendous summer. Going everywhere from all the way down in Boca. We were at Lakewood Ranch over in Tampa, up in Atlanta, up in New Jersey. So it was really all over the place, and had a lot of fun, and
you had a little summer vacation at the end. So
I did. I'm ready to take it back off. We're gearing up for fall ball right now and ready to go.
So 2014, the last spring season, for me being a broadcaster and a fan of high school lacrosse, some of your games were some of the most exciting. Had to be a little nerve-wracking, but it was a fun season. How would you rate the season?
It was an excellent season. I felt really lucky to be able to get down here in the fall and the winter, get to know my players, and get to know the personnel, to see what we're good at, see what we needed to improve at. Last season was a great success for us. We just the style of lacrosse that I like to play. I like to start with defense and concentrate on transition. Ride really hard. Our teams did an extremely good job of riding hard. We also concentrate a lot on clearing the ball, learning how to clear the ball. So that was probably you saw a lot of our games. So that was probably in a nutshell what our team was like.
Yeah, ball possession, strong goalie play, good face-off play were the hallmarks of Creekside Lacrosse. And looking back at 2014, Kyle Tombrello had a fantastic season as a senior, and it's tough to lose a senior goalie.
Certainly did. Kyle had a great season. Really came into his own at the end of the season, which helped us even go up a level as far as in terms of what level we were playing at defensively and be able to get out in transition.
Well, I like to watch the goalies and the improvement that he showed. Great job for your staff coaching him up, and the command of the clears. It's going to be something that is going to be important to your team. Looking forward to 2015 a little bit. Who do you have lined up to jump in that cage?
Well, we have two excellent goalkeepers to potentially take that spot. We have Graham Gaver, who is very capable of being able to step in there next year, last year, and coming this season. Just a tremendous ball stopper. Had an excellent summer. Played on LB3's top elite team, and got to play against some really good talent, Division I players, and saw a lot of good play over the summer. We also have Jeff Delaney, who was actually our JV goalie last year. It's his third year playing goalie, and he's certainly capable of stepping in there and being able to to play.
What year is Graham going to be?
Graham and Jeff are both going to be seniors.
Okay. As far as returning players that you have, you've got some good guys coming back. Tell us about some of the players that fans of lacrosse in North Florida can expect to see in this fall and next spring.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. We have Julian Bonilla coming back. He's our face-off guy, two-way midi, just a warrior. Can get up and down the field, play offense, play defense. Really does a lot of good things for us. Great on ground balls. Offensively, we also have several juniors coming back: Thomas Foster, Adam Spano. Offensively, we lost a couple players on attack. The one was Matt Tidball. We lost on attack. We also lost Gabe Torres and a couple other players. But we have players ready to jump in there and fill that spot. Defensively, we lost two of our three starters on defense. But again, we have a group that's ready to jump in there and fill the role. Tiernan Hart's coming back, which he was a sophomore last year that started for us. He'll be a junior this year. He's going to do an excellent job for us. Got some guys coming up from the JV that are fully capable of being able to step in that role as well.
When you look at Creekside High School lacrosse, the tremendous feeder program and the community effort to build up lacrosse in that area, it's got to be good for you knowing that you may not know all the kids coming up, you meet them in the summer, but there's always guys to fill that role. How deep is the school in terms of JV and varsity talent?
The Creekside High School, we probably had 50 plus players on our roster last year between JV and varsity. We've got our JV had an excellent season last year. Won most of their games, lost a few games, lost a couple tough games. Coming in, our freshman class that I know of, we have about, maybe 15, 16, 17 players coming in. Most of them have played and come through the Creeks program. We have a few transfers that are going to come in as freshmen, but I'm really excited about the future. And it's a privilege, or not a privilege, but it's just a huge benefit to have a rec program like Creeks, a feeder program that can come in and feed our high school program.
So here we are at the end of August. School started up for boys. What's your schedule? When will you get together with the boys for the first time, and what are the plans for the fall?
We're going to probably meet with them in the next couple weeks. We have some things going on through our club team. We're going to go to a couple tournaments. There's a LB3 North Florida instructional league that we're going to enter into, and that's a great league to get into, just because the one thing about LB3 is they don't just roll the ball out and play.
Lots of coaching.
Yeah, lots of coaching, lots of instruction. So that's going to be part of that fall league, which is what all the players around here need. They need as much instruction as they can get. So that's going to be a signature part of LB3, and whatever we're doing as Creekside High School, we want to make sure that we're getting the proper instruction on all the fundamentals. One thing that I tell my high school team is that I want them to have the best stick skills they can have, and to be in the best shape. I ask them to concentrate on those two things, and
you can coach them up from there.
Yeah, we can coach them up from there. Nothing, all the X's and O's don't matter if they don't have the stick skills. So that's and if they're not in shape. So stick skills and being in shape are the two things that I ask them to concentrate on.
So Jason, fall ball with your Monarchs Lacrosse Club, some LB3 tournaments, some other activities. You've got a schedule to put together. Is the staff fully in place, or are you still rounding that out?
The staff's not fully in place. We're still looking at bring on a couple coaches. The main thing about when I look at coaches is I want to make sure that whatever coaches I bring on, that they care about the players in the program. That is the number one concern. The lacrosse background always comes second to that. Number one is making sure they have the kids and the players' best interests at heart, because that's the most important thing, especially in high school lacrosse. The lacrosse background comes second, so we're still figuring our coaching personnel out, but I mean, always looking to improve when you're coaching personnel.
So I'm looking forward to seeing the schedule come out. Obviously, some of the best games that we've been able to broadcast when our Brumos Game of the Week on lax904.com and 1010XL have been the Creekside games. Great games against Bartram and Nice.
Yep.
the district with Ponte Vedra. You've got, just in the district, you've got some great games, but the talent level in North Florida, when you see the Providence and Mandarin and those schools, St. Augustine, step it up. There's a lot of great competition. So I'm looking forward to seeing the schedule and getting a number of your games on the air this year.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the level of lacrosse around here, not just with the top schools, but all the other schools, they're up and coming. So, we can't, at Creekside, I mean, typically we've been a very strong program, but whenever we go face any of these other schools, we make sure that we show them the respect of, going out and playing our hardest, because any of those teams on any given day, if you go out and don't play hard and don't show up, then they're going to be able to step on the field and beat you. So that's a testament to all the growth of lacrosse around here, and we're really excited.
A lot of good coaching.
Yeah, we're really excited about the season.
Well, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention your fine job in the booth with us as well last year on a couple of substitution duties. I think you were at a Nice game in the booth, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. Yes.
So hopefully we can do that again this year.
Absolutely.
Well, I know you have an announcement to make before we cut this interview off. So
I do. I was challenged by Coach Brian Duncan for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and I accept that challenge. And I also want to challenge a few other people. Number one, I want to challenge my brother, who's a coach at Westminster High School in Westminster, Maryland, Tori Alford. I also want to challenge one of my assistant coaches, Al Tumbarello, Big Al.
We're going to need a ladder.
Yeah, I need a ladder for him. I want to challenge the head girls lacrosse coach at Creekside High School, Ellen Spangenberg. And I also want to challenge the coach I used to coach with in Maryland at Havre Grace High School, Brooks Brown. You have 24 hours to complete the challenge. If not, go to the ALS website and donate $100.
All right, thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
I'm going to step aside.
Okay.
Have at it.
All right.